Children, now we are going to learn about phrases and a class. Children, any ideas about phrase, class? At the top of it is a phrase. Here it has no subject, no finite verb at the top of. Does it give the complete meaning? No. So, a group of words which has no subject, a group of words which has no subject, no finite verb and no complete sense. No finite verb and no complete sense is called a phrase. So what is a phrase, ma? A phrase is a group of words which has what is subject in a sentence about what or about whom we are talking about is called a subject. Birds fly. Birds fly. Here we are talking about birds. So birds is the subject. The trees in our garden are green. The trees in our garden are green. Here what is the subject, ma? About what we are talking? About the trees which are found in our garden. So it is the subject. So in a sentence about what or about whom we are talking about is called a subject. Here we are talking about birds. So birds is the subject. Next, fly. Fly is the verb. Here whether fly is a finite verb or non-finite verb. I told you phrase doesn't have finite verb. How can you find that the given verb is finite verb or non-finite verb? If a verb changes according to the subject, that is called a finite verb. Finite verb. If a verb changes according to the subject is called a finite verb. How can the verb changes according to the subject? For example, Rama drinks coffee. Rama drinks coffee. Sita drinks coffee. Sita drinks coffee. Rama and Sita drink coffee. Rama and Sita drink coffee. Here the verb is drinks. Here also drinks. Here we are using drink. Why? Rama is third person singular, so we are using this form of a verb. Sita is also the third person singular, we are using this form of a verb. But Rama and Sita plural, they is third person plural, so we are using do form of the verb drink. So here the verb changes according to the subject. Singular verb we are using this form of a verb and singular subject we are using this form of a verb and plural subject we are using do form of a verb. So here the verb changes according to the subject, so it is called a finite verb. Now what is finite verb? If the verb changes according to the subject, that is called a finite verb. Next, non-finite verb. Non-finite. Here the verb does not change according to the subject. Drinking water. Cooking is an art. Cooking is an art. Walking is a good exercise. Walking is a good exercise. Here, what is the subject mod? Here cooking is the subject, here walking is the subject. Here they are not acting as a verb, they are acting as a subject. Here cooking is what? Verb plus ing. Verb plus ing. Walking also verb plus ing. So if verb plus ing used in the place of a noun is called gerund. So here cooking is a gerund, here walking is a gerund. So non-finite verb, one gerund. What is gerund? If the verb plus ing used in the place of a noun is called a gerund. My grandpa is using walking stick. My grandpa is using walking stick. I have a drinking water bottle, or it is a drinking water. It is a drinking water. Here, my grandpa is using walking stick. Here, what is the noun, ma? Stick is the noun. Walking is describing water. Walking is describing the noun stick. Here, it is a drinking water. What is the noun? Here, water is the noun. Drinking is describing the noun water. What are the describing words called? You have already studied in your lower classes. The describing words are called adjectives. Here, verb plus ing. Walking is a word describing the noun stick. Here, drinking is used to describe the noun. Here, they are not called adjectives, they are called participle. They are called participle. So, what is participle? Verb plus ing used in the place of an adjective is called participle. Understood, Amma? Here, verb plus ing is used in the place of a noun. So, it is called gerund. Verb plus ing used in the place of an adjective is called participle. Then, 2 plus verb, you have studied. I like to eat ice cream. So, here to eat. She likes to eat ice cream. They like to eat ice cream. Here 2 plus verb is called what? Infinitive. So number 3, infinitive. Infinitive. So these are all what? These are all non-finite verb. What are non-finite verb? Gerund, participle and infinitive. They do not change according to the subject. So they are called non-finite verb. What are finite verb? Finite verb changes according to the subject. Understood, Amma? Now see the sentence, ma. He drinks coffee. Here it is a group of words. Here what is the subject here? He is the subject. Drinks is the verb. So here the group of words which are subject, finite verb and it gives a complete meaning. So it is called a class. Understood, Amma? What is a class? Class is a group of words which has subject, finite verb and it gives the complete sense. Phrase is a group of words which has no subject, no finite verb. At the same time, they do not give the complete meaning. Understood, Amma? There are 3 types of classes. They are noun class, adjective class, noun class, adjective class and adverbial class. Adverbial class. I will give examples for each and every one. It is the book. It is the book which I bought yesterday. It is the book which I bought yesterday. It is the book which I bought yesterday. Here what is the connective word, ma? Which is the connective word? Which is the connective word? It is the complex sentence. Why it is a complex sentence? It is a subordinating conjunction. Here one main class, it is the book, one main class which I bought yesterday is a subordinate class. So one main class plus subordinate class we will get complex sentence. Here which is the connector, the which describes what? Describes the book we bought yesterday. So book is what? Noun. Book is noun the word which is describing the noun book. So it is describing, all the describing words are called what? Adjectives. So here the word which describes the noun book. So this clause is adjective clause. It is an adjective clause. Understood, Amma? It is the book which I bought yesterday, which is the connective word. It describes the noun book. So the word which is describing, so it is an adjective clause. Sentence ma, this is the boy who won the first prize. Who won the first prize? This is the boy who won the first prize. Here connective word who. The who is describing what? Who is describing the boy? Boy is a noun. So what is this clause? It is an adjective clause. Adjective clause. So finding the adjective clause is very easy, ma. Next we will find the adverbial clause. Adverbial clause. If you study well, you will get good marks. You will get good marks. Here, if you study well, condition, if you do this, you will get this. So it is the conditional clause. In a sentence, if comes, that is called adverbial clause of condition. At the starting of the sentence, if we find, we can automatically understand that it is an adverbial clause of condition. It is adverbial clause. Adverbial clause of condition. In adverbial clause, we can find many types. He study well. He study well. He study well so that he can get good marks. He study well so that he can get good marks. Here, what is the connector? So that he is studying well. Why is he studying well? In order to get the good marks. So it is adverbial clause of purpose. Adverbial clause of purpose. In this way, many types are there in adverbial clause. Next, we will pass on to the noun clause. I know that he will win the match. I know that he will get the gold medal. He will get the gold medal. I know is the main clause, ma. Suppose after know that comes, the subordinate clause comes, that is most probably noun clause. We can easily identify adjective clause and adverbial clause. If we couldn't identify both the clauses, that one is only noun clause. Understood, Amma? Children, friends, I have already told you a group of words which has no subject, no finite verb and no complete sentence is called a phrase. There are three types of phrase, ma. That is noun phrase, adjective phrase and adverbial phrase. Noun phrase act as a noun. Noun phrase act as a noun. Adjective phrase acts as an adjective and adverbial phrase functions as a verb. Understood, Amma? Noun phrase acting as a noun. Noun phrase is acting as a noun. Adjective phrase is acting as an adjective and adverbial phrase is functioning as a verb. These are the three kinds of phrases. Have you all understood, ma? Thank you, children.